Hey everybody, welcome back. Steve here from Steve's Garage, and y'all know Earl. Hey, another beautiful day here in Western Mass. It is sunny, and I think it's gonna be like 80 degrees. It's April something, in the 20s somewhere, and 2023. So today we're gonna get it rolling. I've got the rear end, the front end. We got our wheels and all our hubs and everything painted up, ready to go. So we're going to try to get this thing into a roller, which is great because I can get it the hell out of the way. I've also got a Model A coming tomorrow afternoon that I bought, that I told you about. I did that little barn find video that a guy called me out on. That's not a barn find. He says, that looks like an older restoration. I'm like, well, it's been sitting in the freaking corner of the barn for 35 years. The sticker on it's 1987, so I'm calling it a barn find, so there. Anyway, it hasn't run in 35 years. We have to tickle her running again, you know, wake her up slowly, just like, you know, Snow White. Anyway, without any further ado, here we go. Right, Earl? Say it. That's right, boy. All right, guys. So as you can see, I got my free advice dial 0 phone here, and we're going to call up and see if we can get some free advice for putting this car back together. All right? So to all you young kids out there, this was my first cell phone. It was hard to carry in your pocket. It never rang on Sundays, and if it rang during dinner, your father would answer it and tell you to call back tomorrow. Not later, tomorrow. So anyway, here we go. We're going to call up and see if we can get some free advice on putting this chassis back together. It's ringing. Hello, is this the free advice dial 0 hotline? Yeah, it is? Okay. Hey, well, my name's Steve, and I got a YouTube channel called Steve's Garage. You've probably seen it. You haven't seen it. Never heard of me. No, I'm not the guy who tried to drive a moped over 13 flaming barrels. He did. Is he okay? Oh, that's too bad. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, I'm the guy, I got the YouTube channel. You know, I got Old Earl, the dummy, and we kind of chat back and forth and do some laughs, have some fun here. Oh, you heard Earl, you did. What's that? Oh, you heard Earl's going to start his own YouTube channel and he's going to get rid of the dummy? Well, that'd be me. Earl? Anyway, I'm calling for free advice about putting my car together. Hire a professional? Well, that's a good advice. Is that all you got? Oh well. All right, that's enough of this nonsense. I gotta go. Earl, don't turn your back on me. See him over there? Got his back on me. All right, let's get putting this car together. So anyway, in the last video, we were painting the frame. So here it is with the clear coat over that. It's candy apple red, and that's the frame for this monster. And that's it. So what we're going to try to do is get the front end on and the rear end on. We'll see how far we get. Like I said, I don't want to make the videos too long, but we'll try to keep them at a good rate so they're fun to watch. All right, here we go. I'm going to hang this wishbone. Looks up approximately where it's going to go. And approximately in the center. Something like that. So we have a starting place. So I want to tell you about a conversation I just had with a friend of mine. He's actually a police officer. Very nice guy. And he's got a Camaro for sale. And he had a guy come to look at it. And this guy is the guy who's selling the car. Very fussy guy. Likes everything just so with his car. You know, never horses it. He never, he's not a race guy. He's not a burnout guy. And the car has a big block in it. You know, it's built. But he's just not that guy that burns out, you know. So he has a guy come look at the car. And this guy gets in it and proceeds to do a big burnout while he's sitting right next to him. And he's like, hey, I don't do that. And the guy's like, well, I want to make sure it runs and all this stuff, you know, whatever. But I was like, how disrespectful is that? To go and look at somebody's car for sale and get in it and do a big burnout. I was like, I just couldn't imagine, you know, doing that to somebody. That's just uncalled for. You know, of course, the guy gets pissed and he's like, you know, you're going to buy it. And of course, the guy didn't come through on buying it. He's just a shopper. And I'm like, wow, that was pretty ballsy. So I just wanted to share that story with you of, you know, if you're selling something, these cars that we build are like little children. They're like little babies to the guys who own them, you know. And some guys aren't the guys that burn out just because they have a big block motor. And this guy's one of them. So I was pretty taken back by that. Like, oh, I wouldn't think of that if I'm getting. I mean, I'm not a burnout guy. I don't beat on my cars. Don't care to beat on my cars, and that's just the way it is. But I thought that was an interesting story that you all would like to hear, and how would you feel? You know, hey, my car's for sale, but if you're not buying it, I don't want you beating it. If you want to buy it, well, go roll it over and do what you want. But yeah, he just told me that story just a few minutes ago. I was having coffee with him. That was pretty interesting. So that's the story. I don't know. I've just been thinking about it since I spoke with him. Hey, you guys see my wrench? Earl, there it is. All right, now, so we got the front leaf spring put in. I painted everything black, so it looks nice. And let's see if we can get it put on here. There you have it. Now, it's like my old man, always tripping on something. All right, so we're gonna put these front axles on, or front brake drums on. Try to get down where we can see it. Get in the action. So if you look at this Henry Ford stuff, I repainted these. If you can see, I don't know if you can see that real good, but right there, I think that's good. LF says left front. All right, so we know that's going over here. Now all these brakes, although they were in good shape, I'm going to take all this off and deal with it afterwards. But for the sake of getting this car rolling again, everything in here is in perfect condition. Don't know if these brake cylinders will work or not. We'll give it a shot. They were brand new. You can see all that rubber. And again, this car, I've told you the story before, was not used. You know, it was built, and then it was the guy's wife didn't really care for it, and it was kind of taken off. You know, he rebuilt it into a race car. So I've got these nuts that are square nuts that go on there, and they'll wind up coming in around this the flange on that to pull it together. I forget the damn name of it right now. Anyway, another senior moment. It ain't easy getting old. Anyway, I'm still young. I like Led Zeppelin. Let's keep on playing it. So we'll get a hammer. It's hammer time. Like a glove. So how's everybody's day going? Good? Springtime. Need some pliers. Springtime in the city. You ever see pliers like that? Got a little lean on them, so for working inside holes. Bet you never saw that one before, or maybe you did. Learn something new every day. You should be learning something new every day, right? Now all this stuff will be gone back and double tightened because I'm one of those guys. Check it twice. Just for the sake of the video, putting this together and showing you how we're doing here. This will get us in place. Awesome. Now, up top, this will have to have here. I've got a new, this has to go on for, this is going to be my steering arm for the drag link, or whatever you might call it. And these, I have to put a new ball in here, and they are conical, they're cone shaped. So when you put this on, you have to make sure you don't put it on the wrong way. It has to slide in, and your threaded nuts on the bottom here. So this is up, and that's the way I'm going to put that in. There it is. Oh, shit. Always something. What I didn't do was put on that. There you have it, see? Nothing goes easy. Only human here. Luckily we only have a couple of, two of them on. Pop them right off. That's human nature there, boys. Gotta stand up. So, that was an easy fix. It happens. Again, taking everything apart, sanded it down, put paint on it, and we're good to go. All freshened up. That one's in. And of course, there's a new problem. So now with this piece on, I can't, the bolts won't fit there. So I'm going to have to try that. And take it off one more time. I'm not going to let you watch that because I don't want to hold you up. Let me take it apart, fix it up, and we'll go from there. So what I did was, I had to eliminate this splash guard, and I put some washers in there. Of course, it pulls from the back anyway on the plate, but this is my steering arm, you know, and of course I've got this ball that's going to go in here and steer everything. All right, so we'll move to the drum, then we'll do the other side and try to get the shocks on. Now we're on the drums. Again, when I took them off, left front, if you can see that, LF. And again, these are all gonna come apart again. So I'm going to, you know, all the greasing and all that, I'm not doing that today because I don't want to make a mess out of everything, including me. We're just going to get this thing set up and rolling. These are 1939 brakes. All these bearings will have to be packed. Grease, grease, grease. You know what I'm saying? Grease and oil. That's what these cars are all about. You got to keep them lubricated, well lubricated. And not with that swing oil you're all drinking over there. Put the locking nut on. Get that oil grease off of there. Try to keep it clean as you work, because that grease will chase you around and get on everything. That's good enough for rolling, okay? So there's one. That was easy. We'll put the dust cap on there lightly. I'll have to beat everything into submission. Now we'll set up and do the other side. All right. Phase 2. So, now that you've all had time to think about that selling the car story, what do you think? I think you're probably all the same side as me. That's pretty bizarre. Imagine going to buy a car from somebody and saying, yeah, I'll take it for a test drive, and punching it and burning rubber. I don't know. Getting you a hole. Remember that day it all went smooth? Oh yeah, I remember that one. I remember that day. When we were kids, my father would pull his car back in the backyard. First he had a, what I remember, I mean he had a lot of cars, but the one that, you know, when I finally got to that age where I was taking an interest in it, the Chrysler Newport. This thing looked like a dumpster with wheels. I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, it was square. It was giant. And it was just square, big square machine. And of course we had 7 people had to travel around in that car, so it was good to us. But my old man was always working on them. He thought they needed something. I don't know what they needed, but it was always oil and grease. And of course we get the whole story on the importance of grease and oil. And as we got older and got our cars, then we would all drive our cars out in the backyard. And we work on them on Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, get ready to go out, you know. A lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Those were the days. Driving in the backyard. Am I heading away? Jesus Christ. I remember that job where it all went smooth. Come on now. Let's get into it. Pissa. And loosen that nut up to get it to turn. Need a screwdriver or something. So this is it in real time, guys. I mean, none of it's easy. The taking apart, the fixing, the putting it together. We call it fun. I don't know why. Remember, half turn before it snaps. This one's behind the grease fitting, so you can't get your socket in there, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. You hire a dentist to do this. Alright. Well, that was easy. Oh my God. Now we only have two, so we know that this one's going to be the right. And I already cleaned all the hubs and everything up, so everything works well. Did all the fun work without you. That's right, boys. The fun work without you. That one spins great. We have to work on that one. Get some tires on it, should spin nice. There's the cover. We'll rat-a-tat-tat it on. Now, move things around. Get these front coil springs on. My phone's all screwed up here. All right, so we'll try to get these coil springs on and go from there. I want to be in front of the camera. Ring that bell. Ring that bell, boys. All right. I can tighten all that down afterwards. So, there you go. Front end in place. I still got to hit all my drag links and that stuff together for steering. See where my problems are, and it looks like we got one already. And got to get it figured out. Actually, when we get the weight on this, I think that'll come up high enough to get past that spring, and that'll work out. But this is what it's all about, working the problems out, get the kinks out. That's it. All right, guys. Earl, you talking to me yet? No? Well, everyone have a great day. Enjoy this beautiful day out there. There you have it. See you later. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and come on back. We'll do the back end.